Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Man. Oh. Hey. I didn't see you there. I was just finding some new exercise, some to add to my new routine, my workout routine. I go hard with it. And the pain, if you will. But I'm here to introduce to you a new idea I've had. For once in my life, I've had an idea. I know, strange. It's not really an idea. It's actually the idea of anti-idea. What it is what you're seeing right up here in the top left corner. Series none. 69 ha 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 96. Series none. Don't abbreviate it. Now, I know my fans in the other galaxies have been wanting this in the Spirit Plane too. I think it's a great conceptual idea because what it is essentially a series dedicated to getting to 69 episodes, and that's the entire concept. Now, what this would have been was an idea that I had. It's a really, it was a really dumb idea because I basically didn't have an actual concept for it. Like I had a basic idea, but I didn't have anything beyond that. So what was gonna happen with it was that it was gonna essentially just be me doing the one video and never doing it again. And I'm pretty sure I talked about it before, but I don't like doing that. And it was this. It was subpar. So I combined those two ideas, and I made a logo first, obviously. You put some effort in, you get it there. But I made a logo first. So I combined the idea of just making basically a shitpost series, and combined it with making a series laughing at Reddit. And I figured, well, let's have the spiritual successor to subpar be series none. 69 ha 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 96 series none. For the first episode at least. It's a callback for all the real fans who remember me mentioning it once, I think, during the Quantum Conundrum playthrough. I think I finished it off cam. Maybe I didn't. No, I definitely did, because it was. I didn't uninstall it though, which is strange, but it's not very good. But that's besides the point. Let's get to it. Let's really get to it. We're gonna be reading a story called "The Spirit of Seeing" on the subreddit r slash. You can read that for sure. r slash semen retention. Now let's read the subheader. Please read this and click on each drop-down rule before posting anything to avoid a ban. You wouldn't want to avoid a ban here, come on. Welcome brothers up. It's already a cult. SR is an ancient practice used by a small percentage of the male population worldwide. SR provides many benefits that are extremely useful regardless of your age, social, or financial situation. The purpose of the sub is to discuss physical and spiritual benefits of retaining. No fat posts will not be tolerated, and is an insta ban. Good luck, brothers. Created March 31st, 2014. Join. Dogeface. Let's see these rules. Oh, they don't exist. Okay, I'm down with that. The story is from Free Anon Soul. This guy's a scammer too. He's a scammer. Yeah, he's a scammer. This is one post he has all the karma on. Yeah. Yeah, look at him. And it's called The Spirit of Seeing. Now, as you can see, it's a very illustrious post by all these individuals on the subreddit. I don't know why I made that face. I was kind of scary, actually. That was kind of horrifying. That was a clown mode right there. But let's play some epic medieval music right here. Yeah. And let's screw it. We're not gonna chop it. We're gonna screw it real quick. Wait. Hold up. Bit too high in the audio. Yeah. Okay. This guy goes hard actually. Cannot get distracted. Cannot let the February history month come out of me. You know what I'm saying? Can't put the Kwanzaa hat on too fast. He'll do great things, that boy. That's what the village people said about him. Already fucking strong, coordinated, talented, smart, and charming. The young man felt as though he could become anything he wanted. He stood tall with his shoulders back and his blue eyes? How's his hair though? Is it blonde? And his blue eyes spoke of a steady self-confidence held deep within him. His body was strong, built through hours of intensive sword training, if you know what I mean. Sword training, if you know what I mean. He has a katana. Those mountains had no chance. After endless hours of sword practice, he began to stroll through the village back to his home. A number of girls waved at him, women, as he walked by, and he politely waved back, respectfully. Upon arriving home, he began sharpening his swords, ready for training the next day. Why does he have multiple swords? Is he a scrub? Why is he training with actual swords? Give him a stick. Why does he have sharpening swords to train with? This story already sucks. I'm gonna take a sip real quick. That's how I sip. It's a big sip. Suddenly, a spirit appeared behind him, calling his name. The young man spun around. Ready to attack, only to find an incredibly plain-looking spirit living harmlessly in the center of his room. Neither male nor female was a femboy. The spirit held an entirely blank expression, neither happy nor sad, as though there was no emotion inside it whatsoever. The spirit spoke of, I read that as lean as forevermore, but Jean of further shore, I am the spirit of saying. The young man stood facing the spirit confrontationally. Oh, what you want? He said, drawing his sword. The spirit remained completely unafraid. Only to show you my powers. I can show you anything you can possibly imagine, for I'm the spirit of seeing. The spirit replied plainly. The young man observed the spirit carefully. It continued to float passively in the air and seemed to pose no threat. You can show me anything, huh? Show me the stables of further shore. That's... The young man said curiously. How do you say... You mean he asked a question? He asked a question? Bro? Alright. The spirit blew a puff of smoke, and inside the smoke, the stables could be seen clearly. The image of the stables hung in the air for several minutes before disappearing. The young man smiled. How interesting, he thought to himself. Another idea immediately came to his mind. Show me the most beautiful girl in the world. Man, he started immediately. Immediately. Show me the stables. Show me this bitch. Without a word, Spirit blew another puff of smoke. Puff of smoke, sure. And in it appeared the most beautiful girl the young man had ever seen. Her long dark hair lay delicately over her pretty head. She had big piercing brown eyes, a delicate nose, and plump lips. One hand lay perfectly on the hips of her gorgeous hourglass figure. The young man's pupils dilated as he stared at the girl in wonder for a full 5 minutes. Remembering where he was, he cleared his throat and composed himself once again. While he felt slightly embarrassed, the spirit maintained an empty gaze, seemingly unaffected by the young man's embarrassing display. Another idea entered the man's mind. Show me a great warrior. Show me a great warrior, he commanded. As usual. It's not really usual, honestly, he just meant the spirit. The spirit blew yet another puff of smoke, with an image of exactly what the young man had asked for. A perfect warrior stood looking into the distance, his body toned and muscular with a stern expression on his face. The young man marveled at the great warrior, pledging to himself that he too would one day be a warrior just like this man. The young man had enough. You may leave now, spirit. I've had enough. I had seen enough, he said dismissively, as he went back to sharpening the swords. The spirit of seeing spoke without emotion. I shall remain here in the corner of your room, ready to show you my powers at your command. The young man shrugged his shoulders in acceptance. The spirit didn't seem to mean him any harm. As the weeks went by, the young man became accustomed to the spirit in his room. He used to see the weather of the day. You can't go outside for that. He's medieval. To see what his friends were doing. He can't do. He can just go see them. He's stalking his friends, and he even started looking at beautiful girls with their clothing removed. After all, the spirit of seeing could show him anything he wanted. The weeks turned into months. He started leaving his sword training an hour early, and then 2 hours early, and then 3. For the spirit of seeing was much more stimulating than dull, repetitive sword training. The girls in the spirit waved, but the young man stopped waving back. They were playing, he said to himself. One day he would find a girl as beautiful as the ones he watched the spirit, he thought. He began using the spirit to watch great battles. He cheered aloud as his favorite hero turned the tide of skirmish. At the last very minute, I didn't read that part, I don't care. Watching with eagerness, thinking that one day soon, he would lead his own army into battle. He thought of these battles as he practiced his sword work. He began reciting lines he'd heard his favorite hero speak as he swung. And he would leave training after just a few hours to rush home and watch another great battle. Not before seeing more beautiful naked girls, of course. Part of me wants to point out like how, well, I'm a black spirit right now. I'm not seeing, but just kind of the flaws in the story, or at least how it's very reflective of the slippery slope mentality that these dudes have, and how it's either one extreme or the other. It's either you're completely abstinent, or like you give up everything for that wet ass pussy. Sword training in the sheath, like some wet ass pussy. There's no balance. You're either a monk or you're a fucking Coomer. C'est la vie? C'est la vie. A year passed. Your ears died. And the girls in the village had stopped waving. Some had wedded a husband. Most could be heard screaming the name of another boy in the village from the archery range each evening. Like, what do you mean screaming? Calm down there, buddy. Apparently he was skilled with a bow, yeah. The young man cursed and muttered under his breath. Something about real warriors not attacking from afar. He now trained only a few short hours, and on some days he would skip training altogether. He would walk at a quick pace through the village to get home, uninterested in exchanging pleasantries with village folk. He had begun using his spirit to watch a number of beautiful girls perform sexual acts upon one another. It seemed now that a single naked woman was no longer interesting. His admiration for his favorite hero had turned into jealousy. He would watch the hero defeat enemy after enemy, the gap between himself and the hero seeming to loom ever larger. He could no longer run much of a distance. His shield felt heavy. His sword skills no longer matched other warriors of his own age. You know, the first few paragraphs, it's a okay extended metaphor, I guess, but this is kind of like, Several more years passed. The young man had given up on becoming a hero. That was fast as fuck. Although he would still rewatch his favorite battles through the spirit from time to time. Still unmarried, he had become deeply frustrated and sad. His sword lay quietly in the corner of his room collecting dust. Thought he had multiple. On the night of his 30th birthday, the middle-aged man sat alone in his room, feeling worse than he had ever felt. The clock struck 12. Suddenly, the spirit of seeing began to laugh. The man was startled. The spirit had never laughed before. In fact, it had never shown any emotion whatsoever. He looked up, the spirit who caught his gaze. Slowly, the spirit of seeing grew a wide smile. For the first time in 10 years, the spirit spoke. "My work here is done," it said in a deep voice. "What are you talking about?" He's an old British man now. Simple as. What are you talking about? The man spoke fearfully. The spirit laughed again. "I shall reveal what I have kept secret for the past 10 years. I am the ultimate concentration of evil. I am rooted in all of the darkness in the world. I am the devil himself." The spirit spoke pridefully. The man became terrified, his mouth wide open and speechless. What? His mouth wide open and speechless. The spirit laughed again. Wait, no, sorry. "A demon will attack the village tonight. Prophecy foretold. A prophecy foretold that you were the one destined to defeat it. But it is I that defeated you. And now the souls of this village are mine." The spirit spoke with a tone of utter glee. Why wait 10 long years? The man spoke with a shaky voice. "Why not fight me face to face the first time we met? Is he dumb? Is he stupid?" Yeah, it's the porn rotted his brain. The spirit let out another laugh. "If I had fought you face to face, you would have conquered me. But I am cunning, and the slow drip of poison given to you through the means of endless fantasy has rendered you too weak to fight. And now the village is mine." The man could do nothing other than slowly sit down in the bed. A deep, dark pain settled inside his stomach, one that he knew would never go away. Only the devil himself could inflict the deep, tormenting inner anguish he felt pulsing through his mind. The torture in his mind was too much to bear. He needed something to quell the pain. "Can I see those beautiful girls one last time?" A wide grin grew on the devil's face. "Always!" Now top comment. Also, wait, sorry. Credits. Other subreddits. Sick rhyme there, bro. That gave me goosebumps. Exactly what social media, etc. does to today's youth. Wait, it's bullying, I'm sorry. I need another one. More so porn, I'd say, says deleted. I'd go a step further and say that it's the internet usage, says Lil Bubs. Remember, this goes not just for porn, but Reddit usage, social media, and really any distraction from one's core mission. Tread wisely. Hey, leave him alone, he's a cool guy. Also, Mark has a deep voice, fuck off. Is that really? Imagine seeing a guy having fun thinking he has a punchable face. Nah, that's a toxic subreddit, real talk. And that's not Pacino. But okay. I do. So I do like how Californian Waves 23 says nothing about like what the core mission is. Oh shit! Do you have a sword that just cut me? Lol. Seriously though. I need another one. That's the fire alarm. Wait for it. Give it a second. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, the mic was on. It is what it is. Thanks a lot for the post, man. Day 203, this is just what I needed. Keep flying, man. Stay strong. Dang, 203? That's crazy. What day are you on now? Do the fucking math, dumbass. 7 months ago. It would have been 5 months ago. You could just do the math, you fuck. I was gonna say a word I should not say on Twitch. I'm a girl, and I see so many of these men in society. Potential warriors and prosecutors who have been distracted from the purpose and sucked dry of their vital energy. Nah, she's lying. That's not a girl. Nah. Either that's not a woman, or that's a woman whose entire personality on Reddit is being a woman. And this is bullying right now. I'm bullying her, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna hide this right here. Alright, she's not. As a woman, how do you see SR? Could you have a relationship with a man with someone doing SR? I don't know, man. Why don't you go ask a real woman in real life? Why don't you go talk to a female, bro? Why don't you go retain some women, bro? Or a man, or something. Retain something that isn't just your semen, bro. Awesome post, King. You should definitely try a hand at writing short novels. No, he should not. Love the descriptions and the way of storytelling. So true. It's... so true. It's literally him. That's actually him. Write a book on the whole thing. It's... no, it's not. You know what's the saddest part about this story? No, it wasn't the loss of personality, character, or dream. In fact, it was the breakdown of the man's soul piece by piece, inch by inch, if you know what I'm saying. how the devil can just suck the life from your body, and how easy it is for him to break the connection between your soul and your mind. But at the very end, even after knowing everything, what he was destined to be, what he could have been, the only thing the man asked was to see those beautiful girls just one more time. And that's the final nail in the coffin, breaking down of a man's ego to nothing and making him beg for poison. And he does fan fiction. He just actually does fan fiction. He just does fan fiction here. I'm not reading that shit. Fuck you. I didn't see words I shouldn't be saying there. It was close. Damn you, porn! Repost from Red Pill. Yeah. Alright, now. An eye-opening story. Alright, so let's not break it down piece by piece, because there's a lot of mistakes in here that I would have spotted as someone writing this shit. This guy needs an editor, but I mean, I wouldn't edit this. Fuck you. This is trash. The main issue with it, right, is that, in my mind at least, the whole point of the story isn't pornography and internet and social media and wanting to be things instead of just being things is bad for you. It's that all those things are bad for you because you're destined to be a hero. You're the chosen one. You're a fucking superhero, man. You can't let anybody stop you from being that person. And it's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. No. 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 And the whole you're a superhero thing is the most, and I hate using this term. And I actually haven't used it ever. But I'm going to use it now. It's the most NPC concept ever. That you should chase your dreams because you're gonna be the fucking chosen one. That's not how life works. And when someone tries to tell you that that's how life works, they want the worst for you. They want you to try to be something that you actually can't be. Being the chosen one, right? It's not something you choose. And honestly, it's not even really something you can stop if you want to get down to. It's a prophecy. You're going to have people around you who are going to push you into being the chosen one. If the motivational core of who you are as a person is that if I work hard and work good, I can be a hero, you're doing it wrong. If what you're doing isn't making you happy, and you have a way to get out of it, and you keep doing it because you just can't find anything else to do, that's wrong. That's self-harm. But if you're because what it is, right? How did the main character get dissuaded? First things first. I mean, yeah, he saw the stables, yeah, he saw the woman, but the one thing that kind of got me to me was like seeing the heroes of the stories become idols of jealousy. Right? Because the thing about it is that the whole thing is that, how do I word this? The whole idea of becoming a hero of legends foretold, well, it's a concept that's been around in storytelling for years now, actually since the beginning of time. It's not like it's become more and more of a television, TV show, the same thing, movie, comic book, graphic novel concept than an actual real thing. So what this is doing is it's still preying on the desire to be a hero. That the men reading this, all the dudes reading this, are going to have from looking at media, seeing the strong warrior, thinking, I want to be like that. And then that idolation turning into jealousy. It's happening right here. It's just turning into spite to men who don't have the same kind of low confidence. Now that's my philosophical and I guess kind of moral questioning of it. The rules are probably not worth reading because it's just don't question things. Yeah, yeah, How do you transmutate? Yeah, it's just... it's boring. No incel sexist posts. Yo, the top ones are just people questioning it. Don't... okay. Fair enough. Deleted guy, I bet he questioned something too much. Morning wood transmutation technique. Also, dating apps literally let women drain your energy for free. If you're on dating apps at all, I advise you, quit or change your mindset. Change your mindset. How is he? You're correctly, you're incorrectly, you're. This is high. Wait, fire alarm? Yeah, it's privilege to fight. Okay. It's still going. It's still fire alarming right now. No, it's not. Okay. So what is it? That's the other thing I have with this subreddit in the whole concept of like nofap and semen retention and like the general manosphere of self-help, is that so much of it is centered on the dick, but so much of it is so like trying to not be, it's trying to be so straight. It's so very, it's such straight content that's about dudes talking about their dicks with each other. And to me it seems really uncomfortable because it's like, if you want to talk about your dicks with each other, alright, cool. But to have the whole context behind it be, you gotta self-improve and become a man that women want, and it's always focused on women a lot of the time. Because you scroll down and it's like, dating apps literally let women First of all, stop chasing women as a man. You don't get what you want, what you don't get / want women to, you attract them by becoming the best version of yourself, and think to yourself women don't want men fucking around, not doing anything, just swiping left or right on screen for women instead of go to gym, start with. So what he's saying is that women want a man, you won't believe this, that has his shit together and isn't like trying to chase women. It's almost like people with drive and strong priorities and relatively stable mindsets that aren't desperate are attracted to something. It's almost like if you want like a healthy relationship or something, you can like, you should like be a healthy person, and if you're not that healthy person and you do attract somebody, they're not healthy either. Help! Call y'all Brahmacharya / semen retention experts. I now feel content and free due to the journey of semen retention. Today I read a verse in the Bible. I grew up That's the quote. I'm so happy you figured it out at 16. He didn't figure it out at 16. He didn't figure it out. He's gonna quit in like a year. He's 16. He wants to be special. Why are there so many Coomers in the entertainment industry? This is a thought that keeps me up at night, and I want an explanation from those who are retaining for a long time. I'm not reading this out loud. I'm not. You wanna know why? Death caused by let your energy. I did like let your energy shine. You can tell if an individual is retaining and on the path. The difference is night and day. It all shows in your eyes and body language. You see on retention your eyes and skin will slowly start glowing. Your aura and presence increases and you become calmer. Your eye contact becomes sharper. So many benefits to list, brothers. SR changed my life. I used to worry about female attraction. What would you think of me? Now I no longer care because I have confidence and energy plus the glow. I feel comfortable in my own presence without a woman. Guard your life, force fellas, and let your seed shine through like a lamp in your body. Life force is sacred, so you can either choose the path of being drained, depressed person, or you can make the decision today to retain and gain. Let's honestly cultivate our seed. Meditate and become the man you were destined to be. Remember, it's never too late to start path of SR. Let go of the guilt and the shame and jump in. Retention cheap tips. Gallon of water, cold shower, black seed oil, meditation, qigong, gratitude, cycling, mindfulness, reading, forgive yourself and accept yourself entirely. Can certainly sense your cool and calm demeanor. Do you feel a bit lonely in this journey? I'm on day 420 and I find it increasingly difficult to relate with most people around. This is my first attempt at SR, so I don't have any history plus experience. You know who also felt lonely? Jesus did. But guess what? Most leaders do because they're so different. This journey is lonely because you are standing alone, facing this by yourself. You may feel alone, but trust me, you're never alone. You've got the Most High, your guardian angel, your ancestors. Once you learn to vibrate high enough, you can call out to them anytime. You made me cry, thank you. Loneliness stems from not being on your purpose. Work on your social goals the same way you abstain from masturbating/sex equals that same energy to use to become a better version of yourself. The command is to make disciples of all nations. We do this by learning to communicate with others and dying to ourselves. Loneliness has no place when you are constantly in communication with others. Let the lips of a stranger praise you and not your own mouth. Certain aspects of your life will drop. Gossiping about people, negative talk, any sex-related talks, participating in bad activities, committing a crime. You couldn't find those like committing a crime. You couldn't find I don't know, taking your frustration. Committing a crime. And at one point, this guy's getting depressed. This guy's getting depressed because all he has is just not masturbating, and he has an empty life outside of that. That's how I see it. He just has nothing else. So because it's an empty life, he started out doing this thing that was supposed to make his life better, but he still has nothing, so he's just kind of sitting there sad, not masturbating. And he realizes that, wait a minute, I don't have shit. I'm boring as fuck. Or, alternatively, he's just really socially awkward. He's just really socially awkward. You're not actually... The whole idea of elevating to a higher plane sounds so much like a scam that I just think it sounds like a scam. I'm sorry. This guy's lying to himself too. Wait, that's the same guy. Yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. He's lying to himself. Stop lying to yourself, man. But the one other thing about it is that, again, with mindsets like this, and it even goes down to the post below it too, which is like, I'll get to it just now, I guess. Theory. Why someone would suck your energy? First off, I'm gonna say that I have absolutely nothing against women. Women are sacred, and we should protect divine feminine archetypes. Project into them. I actually think the most natural way for us is to see women as mothers and wives, because it connects our sexual organs and heart. What the fuck, you don't come? You get a low vibrational succubus? This guy's high. He's high. He's high. You can read this yourself. I'm not gonna read this bullshit. He's high. He's high. He's high. He's just high. But the whole thing about it is that basically every issue you have comes down to like women or masturbating. And what I see it as is very similar to the whole like alpha male sigma male thing, where it's like you try to take concepts that are, I guess, somewhat nuanced, like confidence, self-assurance, self-knowledge, and you try to bullshit them into like terms like divine seed and shit and energy and glow. So you make them into more esoteric and I guess some more nuanced concepts, so that guys who don't understand the concept of being self-confident can understand them. Right? I mean, look at this shit. This is because rising your sexual energy towards higher energy centers your genitals, positive, and heart, negative, creates magnetic field. Semen retention activates your connection between genitals and the heart, and restores also the connection between sex and love. That's why it's maybe the most important thing on SR, to see the divine mother in women, because that restores our damaged view of women that many years of PMO on hookup culture has created. Most of the modern men are damaged so early in their lives they don't know anything else. We're better than them. We're actually enlightened individuals, and it's like, but you're sitting here on Reddit telling other strangers that don't jerk off about how not jerking off makes you better than other men. You're high. This is a high person. The mindless hookup culture that has drugs involved usually are the reason why women are traumatized. And this whole idea that like everyone else is brainwashed by society. Like some people don't realize that media creates certain ideas. It's not a hard foreign concept. You wanna know why? Because I understand it. And I'm stupid as fuck. That's why I understand. That's why my point is this. If I understand it, then it's not a hard concept to grasp. It's very much, I don't see other humans, I just see what other people tell me about other humans. Right? So I need to not jerk off, and I need to... Basically, the point is, don't have sex with someone you don't care about. But it's like, what if you enjoy that? What if that genuinely makes you feel good? It doesn't, it makes you feel bad, well then there you go. It's a scam. It's the bullshit, and like, yes, having intercourse with people and relating yourself with people who don't make you feel good and makes you feel bad. Tell me more, dumb fuck. This video was stupid. He's a crackhead. Guilt is mostly useless. This question is just, wow, hold on, bullshit. My mentality shifted so drastically that I realized I'd been living a lie and denial my whole life, which led me to seeking truth, and immediately books and texts of religious and spiritual nature started making sense and became interesting to me. I started praying and receiving answers to my prayers. You didn't. Yeah, he didn't. Didn't go on. Didn't go on. Didn't go on. He's lying. Tesla said, bro, shut up. You're quoting Tesla? You're quoting Tesla? Get out. For me, spirituality is not the world, is the world we cannot perceive for our senses, but it is there. He's high. He was high. And then what he said after that? And I said, yeah, sure, but as you go deeper into the practice and your bad habits and beliefs start dropping, there is no other way. You are still living in a normal world, but most of what happens around you doesn't bother you. You learn to accept change, death, loss of job, money. What if you masturbate? Oh, you have to kill yourself, but there you go. So you got pulled into a cult? The deeper you go, the deeper you go, the more you acknowledge that it might be true, because you're making general self-help changes. And then it turns out that you believe certain things. You believe that the scenario surrounding your self-help changes helps you. It's almost like it's bullshit. Like, I'm pretty sure a guy can masturbate every day and still make healthy, life choices. And he'll think, yeah, masturbating every day super helped me, dude. But that's a physical possibility, because reason is spin you in circles. They hit you in the back of the head, put a bag over your head, push you away, run away, come back 5 hours later. Reason. They leave. You leave. You don't care anymore. You mind lock them, and they post on here thinking they change your fucking life. Change is not hard. Your attachment to your story is. My attachment to my story is hard? That don't make sense, bruh. What was the question over here? Can SR help with intelligence? No. They can't. Yep. Yeah. So, no, it doesn't. This guy fucking wrote this shit, and that title makes actually no sense. I don't want to read that. Fuck you. I hate these people. It's the dark Kabbalists and the sorcerers that also use this against people. On many levels. And then most commercials use a dark version of the law of attraction by getting the target to imagine himself, why himself, in a situation or buying something, having an emotional reaction to it or before it, and to want to do it. Now, you see what's funny about this is that you can actually relate that whole, little paragraph right there. You can read it yourself. I'm not gonna read it from it. Fuck that. You take out Kabbalists and witches, place them with the ruling class, or the bourgeoisie, and it's just Marxist theory of media. It's just Marxist theory of media. The bourgeoisie plant messages into media to make you want to purchase things. Right? That's how capital works. It's manufacturing consent for one thing. It's also I forgot the term. I do forget the term. huh, it's tip of my tongue. Tip of my tongue. What is it? You know what it is? I need to harness it to remove the gunk and the sludge from my subconscious psyche right now. The gunk is in there. The gunk is in there. But it's a commodity fetishization. It's creating a desire. It's the exact same concept. Which again, like online, like Marxist, every single issue in society boils down to capitalism. For these guys, every single issue in society boils down to coming. If you come, you're a sinner. Magnetism and attraction benefits of SR are pheromones at work. Where's the proof? There's no proof. Where's the proof? So he's a stinky boy. Also, yeah, this one right here. This one right here is pretty simple. Right? This guy is just fucking stupid. He's lying. He's lying to himself. Like, this whole idea is that it's automatic, that this is some kind of weird symptom. This kid's in school, 17 years old, yeah, he's high. So his dealer just pulled up, sold him some oregano, bit of weed question there, but the oregano with fucking THC powder on it. He smoked it. He feels good. It's this really weird concept that everything can be solved. Yeah, like this. Much higher testosterone, bro. You can take supplements for that. You want to increase your testosterone? You just take it. You can buy it for $100. Congratulations. And substance testing. Sorry. Wait. Booster. A booster. There you go. Thrust. Magnum thrust. Holy shit. That's the most suspicious thing ever. But then they'll say, yeah, this is big cum trying big cum. This is big cum trying to sell you shit. To give you the benefits that you can already have. Decreased ego, like egotism? Or like Freud's ego. Insane magnetism from all from girls, men, and animals. Spiritual awakening. All of a sudden, getting increased consciousness and questioning the world around me and how society decrease our vibration and make us fit into the matrix. Yeah, he's just high. Yeah, he's just high. Less friends? Congratulations. Yeah, he's just high. He's just high. Fine. Right. So what happens is that you're basically just connecting every single positive that can come from life into not coming. And so it's the same exact concept of correlation not equaling causation. How long is this? Upon orgasm, as proven by our scientific studies, your body releases large amounts of prolactin, a hormone that decreases the amount of testosterone in your body. But what does testosterone do? Testosterone is what makes a man confident. It increases his muscle growth and loss of body fat. Gives him stronger joints, a deeper voice, more hair growth, overall happy. No. All of these being benefits mentioned on the sub. In addition to testosterone, you're not ejaculating up regulates your dopamine and adrenaline receptors. Also proven by science. Androgen in men is crucial and is responsible for the sexual development of men, in addition to bone and muscle development, which can be regarded as essential to teenagers. As for dopamine, you allowing your receptors to rest by not frying it in such huge amounts of dopamine will make you more sensitive to the everyday pleasures of life, such as drinking a cup of tea or reading a book, which is why so many report experiencing more overall happiness. Elders with a simple explanation is why so many men around the world are studying this practice. I want to read this one first. I don't think any science will help convince a guy who enjoys normal orgasm sex and chasing women to stop because he's only hurting himself. A guy who enjoys normal stuff is going to hurt himself? He needs an experience in life that'll wake him up. It sounds like a cult. This is just fucking incel posting. But also, since he has no sources, I also don't need sources to say this. But there's also research, probably in the same research that he got, that the testosterone buildup from not ejaculating is basically just 7 days. It's a week. It's about a week or so before the buildup just doesn't really work. It doesn't happen anymore. Your body builds and releases testosterone naturally, and if you have too much testosterone, you have a fucking heart attack way too early in your life. Your body regulates testosterone because your body isn't supposed to just take in chemicals, essential chemicals, all the fucking time. It's meant to bring them in, generate them, and then release them. It's why having a buildup of a chemical that your body produces in your body is fucking dangerous. It's why you can OD on estrogen, you can OD on testosterone, because it's not good for you to just take it all the time. Like, what was his name? Should I Try? He did Alex Jones's testosterone booster. I can't type, I'm sorry, I'm bad at typing. Ow, I just cracked my fucking knee. I genuinely can't find them. Let's try InfoWars. Is there a website for it? There is. There's a war for your mind. Is that it? It's part of it. InfoWars store. Thank you for supporting the info. I don't want to support it. It's in my mind. I don't want it. That's terrible. Calling something Ultra anything for your brain is not a good idea, because I just think of MK Ultra. I just think of MK Ultra. They sell MREs. Of course they do. Of course they do. Of course they sell MREs. Why wouldn't they? The world's gonna end. The liberals are gonna take your mind over. You need storable food from a guy who wants to charge you on some bullshit. Super male vitality. It's test booster. It's test booster. It's test booster. Just say it's test booster. Just say it's test booster. We know it's test booster. Just say it's test booster. What is it? Just say it's we know it's a test booster. Proper balance. Just say it. We know it's a test booster. You can just say it. Right? There you go. Super male vitality is designed to aid the body in ways that help support normal testosterone levels in men. Supports normal level? It's almost like you can have too much. It's almost like if you take too many drops of this shit, like the Should I guy, you'll fucking feel like shit. Because having too much testosterone in your body is bad for you. But what am I to say? I'm just a fucking leftist Wendy's customer attacks Alex Jones and regrets it. Yeah. What was it? Yeah. This is bullshit. It's not proven by science. Proven by science. It is proven by science, but he's just spitting wrong facts because that's how statistics work. You give numbers to a guy that doesn't understand shit, and he tells you bullshit. And that's what happens here. This is all true, but if you build up too much testosterone, you'll fucking explode. You'll go bald faster. Just like how if an enzyme is too cold, it'll fail. If an enzyme is too hot, it'll denaturalize it. And a cold enzyme will not do anything. It cannot engage in any sort of protein synthesis. An enzyme that's too hot will fucking lose its structure, and then again cannot synthesize with any protein. It's called an egg. The fucking ball of estrogen you got there, that egg, if it's cold, it can't do shit. If it's hot, it will just... And you eat it, it's delicious. I love eggs. Big fan of eggs. Big egg fan. And it's just mindfulness. If you train your mind, if you stop jerking off every 2 days, like I do. Wait, what? I didn't say that. And you meditate one of those 5, like one of those like every other days of the week, you'll feel more mindful. What I also think it's not like guys who are going from like, oh yeah, I just jerk off every once in a while. I walk and stand with much pride. I have a walk that is a mix of Denzel in Training Day, Michael Myers in the original Halloween, and Conor McGregor. Now wait a minute. I'm pretty sure McGregor's a warrior. I look at media and think I'm like media. I'm like media thing. I can't do it. The dimorphism is so immense that even weak men start acting feminine towards you. You mean femboys? I'm not gonna Google femboys because I have wait, I can do it here. Well, that's illegal. My favorite YouTube channel. Wait. My favorite YouTube channel. Wait, no, that's no. My favorite YouTube channel. Shoutouts to Femboy Fitness. Even weak men start acting feminine towards you. Wait, start acting feminine towards you. What does that mean? They like you? See more attention as a catalyst, self-improvement. That's literally it. That's my entire point. It's a gateway to self-improvement, and people relate the entire concept of being better to semen retention because it's a start on their journey. It's like if it's like going vegan for a while helps you, you know, lower your chances of fucking. Let's just watch this for a second. Of fucking having like lowers your cholesterol or something. I don't know, some bullshit like that. It's like also hip thrust, cack. But also it's like this home gym is pretty sweet, not gonna lie to you. It's a pretty nice home gym, real talk. But it's like, yeah. Yes, you're correct in saying that going vegan helps your health in a general sense. But it's not necessarily that you going vegan. It's a great time for the sound to stop. It's not like going vegan actually. Oh, it's still going. It's super slow too. It's like 0.65. But like the going vegan didn't actually make you. It didn't actually make you better. Not necessarily. It wasn't just you going vegan. It was you changing your lifestyle, and changing your lifestyle, of course, involved going vegan. But they're not exactly one and the same, and acting as if they are is a bit silly, don't you think? I think a bit. I do kind of think. I'm not gonna lie to you, I think a good bit. And so you're sitting here equating every single improvement you made in your life to the fact that you went vegan, and not to the fact that you started making better life choices. Like, you just go vegan, and you... Okay, it's sped up? Okay, I was horrified. I was like, oh, you dying? Yeah, it just sped up. But it's like, yeah, if you make better health choices in general, if you go vegan and you don't exercise, and you don't eat properly in the first place, yeah, no fucking shit, you're gonna feel like shit. But you didn't. You made life choices around that first life choice that make you feel better. Going vegan was a step, but it was not the only step. And to ignore the fact that you made other steps is silly. And that's what this subreddit is. That's what I think it is, at least. So this was episode 1 of series N69HAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAH 96 series none. This series is the focus. Top comment, other videos, big ups. This video was made. Fair enough, not asking my sources. Yeah. With the intention of being part of a series of absolute nonsense. The one thing I can promise on this is that it will not be doing gameplay unless it's an actually interesting game. Like an actually like fun game where like it's like a marathon of games. Of like really shitty games that I actually paid for. Paying for a game. Paid for. I paid with data at least. I paid with like my time, I guess. I paid with like my possible computer fucking getting viruses. I paid for the risk, I guess. Didn't pay with money. Did not pay with money. But my point here being that I like this idea actually. I'm feeling good about it. You know, I made that cool. I'm very proud of the logo. It seems pretty pompous, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's funny, but it looks kind of professional. I'm feeling it. I won't do a Reddit one next time, but I will be doing something that, you know, people, hey, Double Fitness, big ups. That, you know, if you're a fan, if you're attracted, if you're a fan of that guy, that black dude from Baton Rouge, Almighty Tevin, you might like this one. What was her name? Megan? Fuck. Cooper? Cause she's black, I think. She has a really black name. Her last name's really black. There it is. There it is. There. What's a good picture of her? None of these. Her. She has... I'm not gonna tell you, but she has, you know... By Master Saruwatori. And I'm just gonna, you know... I'm just gonna, you know, read one of her stories. She might reach critical mass, I'm not gonna lie to you. But she might not. And it might never happen, actually, I'm not gonna lie to you. But either way, I will see you next time on, Series None 69 96 Series None. Wait.
Present day. Present time.